Okay, FBG fam, so LIANG is officially out on the global version, and I wanted to go ahead and give my initial thoughts, my first impressions on this modifier. I also want to answer questions that I've been getting most as of late. Mainly, is LIANG worth pulling? Should I be saving for future modifiers? Is her signature functor a necessity? Do I have to have it? And things of that nature. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you get some value from it. With that being said, me personally, I streamed my pulls for LIANG. I missed out on the 50-50 on the standard banner. It was tragic. Is the way. Ooh, all right, chat. This is the one, chat. This is the one, chat. This is the one, chat. This is the one. We need to win the 50-50. This got to be it. This got to be it. We got to win the 50-50 here. This is it, chat. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. This is it. This is it. Who are you? Jake, I don't want to talk about it any further. I will be getting her later on, though. I'm just not entirely too sure when that will be. But to be quite honest with you, even if I did pull her, I don't have the resources to build her up. I'm going to be transparent with you. I used all my resources building up Gung Chen and getting her online. Furthermore, I went over to Ling Wang and I completed my sigils, or pretty much almost completed my sigils for Ling Wang. So I don't have any reconstructors left. I don't have any warps left. I am completely out. I am spent. So even if I got LIANG, I couldn't build her up properly to showcase her. So that is that. But I will be pulling her later on because I do want to complete my Thor Osiris team. It's a team that I truly enjoy. I also want to have her for Ying Zhao, who's going to be coming after LIANG. Now, when is she coming? I'm not entirely too sure. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I'm not sure if it's going to be 13 days when Gung Chen banner leaves, or if it's going to be 20 days when LIANG banner leaves. I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. Let me know when you would want it to be. I'm more curious about that. Anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and talk about LIANG. Why do I like this modifier? Well, I guess that's a spoiler. I like this modifier a lot. Now, I initially did not think I was going to like her. And that was okay because I was going to put her on the AI slot anyways. And I was going to use Thor as point or Osiris as point or Ying Zhao as point. So it wasn't a big deal to me. But then I went ahead and did her trial just to try her out. And I really enjoy her gameplay style. Now, what is it about her gameplay style? I feel as if there's a certain point in time when you play a game for X amount of hours, you start to develop an instinctual feeling for the game itself, but also for the characters that are within it, right? And you can let me know if you feel the same way, but after I've dumped so many hours into Aether Gazer, I have this instinctual feeling of which modifiers I enjoy using and which ones I don't, which ones fit my gameplay style and which ones I don't, right? And it's right off the bat, I can feel that. So for example, Gung Chen, right off the bat, knew I loved her gameplay style. Ling Wang, right off the bat, I truly enjoyed her gameplay style. Jinwoo, I did, and then it got a little bit tiresome. Same with Hades, I did in the beginning, but then it got a little bit tiresome. Oceanus, as an example, absolutely love his gameplay style. Thor's another one, right? On the flip side, or the inverse of that, is modifiers like Shu. Not a massive fan of Shu's gameplay style. Love her design, I think she looks fantastic, but her gameplay is just not for me. And when I use her, I'm not excited about it, and I don't enjoy the game when I'm using her. Another example is Meng Zheng. When I used Meng Zheng, I just did not feel good using him. There was something instinctual about it. There was something where it just didn't wow me. Didn't enjoy using him. It didn't feel good to use him. He looks fantastic. I was excited about that modifier, but it was just nothing that felt good, in my opinion, personally, right? Subjective, that made me want to log into the game to play Meng Zheng, right? It just wasn't there for me. But LIANG, on the other hand, there was, and I truly enjoy using her. And it just comes down to, you know, the ability to spam her skills was extremely fun. She's rangy. She feels impactful with her moves. She can ride the board. She feels fluid. She feels all over the place. I don't know, and very unique as well. It's very different from any other modifier in the game in terms of her weapon, how she just rides around almost like a Silver Surfer in a sense. It was just incredibly fun to use. It was right up my alley, and that's just what it is. Once again, it's just instinctual for me. Can't really explain it. It's hard to explain, but that is the reason why I like LIANG and I like using her. But once again, it's not going to be for everybody. It's very subjective, and that's just me personally. Once again, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But LIANG herself, is she worth pulling? 100%. But with an asterisk. She's worth pulling 100% if you are trying to main win teams, win units, and you want your win DPS to output the most damage, right? That is when LIANG is worth pulling. For example, once again, completing that Thor Osiris team. We talked about this on multiple occasions. For your Living Soul Osiris to hit as hard as she possibly can. LIANG is the modifier that's going to allow her to do that. She's like that dedicated wind support for the wind team, like Mitsuha is that dedicated ice support for the ice team comp, right? If that makes sense. That is why she also fits very well with Ying Zhao and very well with Meng Zheng, right? And the reason being is because on her skill 3, she can buff the wind damage for your teammates, and on her ultimate, she's able to shred the wind resistance of enemies by 18%. And of course, that helps the entire team, right? And she's able to do very good wind damage herself. Now, a lot of people are wondering, is she pure support? Is that the only thing that she does? No, within her kit, she has the ability to do good damage. So I would consider it to be like a sub DPS support. But I can even see you main DPSing her if you want to. I don't think that's going to be her primary role, and I don't think that's where she's the most optimal, but I think she certainly has the capabilities if you want to build a team around her to be able to main DPS. Now, is it going to be a top tier meta team? Of course not, right? But is it going to be one that you can do and it may be viable and can work? Yeah, certainly. Is it going to clear the hardest of contents like Perilous Chasm 6 or Nightmare Mode? Probably not. Probably not Perilous Chasm 6, maybe Nightmare Mode, right? You could probably do that, but yeah, so that's just my thoughts on, you know, her as a support or DPS. I think she's a good sub DPS support, and you're probably primarily going to be using her in the AI slot. But as fun as she is to use, I would love to main her and use her on point just like I do with Gung Chen, right? It's just kind of one of those type of modifiers for me. In terms of her signature function, is it a necessity? In my opinion, going over it and reading it, I don't think it's a necessity per se. But it's certainly a top tier one that you would want to have once again for your win team, because it does further do wind resistance shred on the enemies, which is going to be fantastic. Not only that, you're also able to get the ultimate skill restored quicker. So it says right here, teammates restore 6% ultimate skill charge. So that is very solid, and I can see that being very beneficial for the Thor Osiris team because they get their ultimate quick already as is with the correct warps in place. And so with this, it's just going to help in that aspect. You're also going to be able to get armor breaks, so you're going to be reducing the defense of the enemy even further. So this is a solid signature functor. I think it's very close to being a necessity for the win team specifically, right? But I don't want to call it a necessity per se. I think it's really good, but I don't think you have to have it. I think her base skill and the kit in of itself is good enough to be able to amplify the team the way you want it to. This is only going to be able to enhance it even further, right? To be incredibly top tier meta. If you don't have the ability to get this now, that's okay. You can get it later on. And for the time being, you could probably just put the 5-star Gen Zone Functor on her, or you could put the 4-star one that does further armor break, right? I think that's perfectly fine in my opinion. But all in all, I think LIANG is a fantastic modifier. And once again, if you want to just throw a few pulls, a couple of multis at her, especially in the standard banner, and save your limited tickets, by all means, I think that's a smart move. You know, if you want to test your luck on the standard, you can definitely go ahead and do that. Now, if you're on the fence, you like her, but you're not sure if you should get her or save for future characters, honestly, if you're looking towards meta, better suited for saving till Mitsuha and Izanami for that ice team comp, that's probably going to be the most advantageous and beneficial move for your account. And then maybe get LIANG on a rerun, or when she comes back around, or get her in the regular scam banner if you ever, you know, come back here once again. Or I believe she might be possibly in the precise scan. I'm not entirely too sure if the standard... Yeah, they all come in here. So yeah, you may be able to lose your 50-50 and be able to grab her there. You know, it's a small percentage chance, but it could happen possibly, right? So that's just my recommendation. That's just my 2 cents and advice on that. But anyways, that's my thoughts overall on LIANG. I think she's great. I think she's a lot of fun. I think she's worth picking up for those reasons that I specified earlier. But at the end of the day, it's completely up to you and what you want to do. That's just my my first impressions on the modifier. I will come back with a separate video after I get her, build her up, and test her into different team comps. You know, put her in the proper ones, and then try her as main DPS and see what we can do. See if we can absolutely cook. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for all your support. I do truly appreciate it. We have S. Bazembo that's coming out on the CN side, I think, tomorrow. So I will be going live. See if I can pull her. Probably not going to be able to pull her, but at least try her out. That'll be a lot of fun, right? And then we'll keep cooking from here. And a lot of things to be excited for in the future for Aether Gazer. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name's Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.